There is a power within you far greater than any circumstance you face. It is a power that moves mountains, opens doors, and guides your steps into the fulfillment of your heart's desires. To think of yourself as defeated or limited is to give your power away. A winner knows that every challenge is a stepping stone, every obstacle a teacher, and every seeming failure a hidden blessing. First, understand that the mind is the builder. Every thought you harbor shapes the world around you. A winning mind refuses to dwell on fear, doubt, or scarcity. It speaks only the words that affirm success, prosperity, and joy. You cannot speak defeat into your life and expect victory. The words you use, spoken aloud or silently in your heart, are seeds. Plant seeds of courage, of confidence, and of unwavering faith, and you will reap a harvest of triumph. Next, recognize the invisible laws that govern life. What you give out returns to you multiplied. When you harbor goodwill, generosity, and love, the universe reflects these qualities back to you. A winner does not seek to control others or force circumstances. A winner aligns with the flow of divine intelligence and trusts that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right timing are always coming to meet them. Fear is the great thief of victory. It steals your peace, clouds your judgment, and weakens your will. But courage is a force that multiplies itself. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the conscious decision to move forward despite it. Every step taken in courage strengthens the pathway to your dreams. A winner greets fear as a teacher, not an enemy, and transforms it into fuel for action. Affirmation is the key that unlocks the door to your highest possibilities. Speak positively about yourself, your work, and your future. Say, I am capable, I am worthy, I am guided and protected, and watch the invisible currents of life bend in your favor. Words are living forces. They are the architects of reality. Let your speech be the architect of victory, not defeat. Gratitude is the magnet of abundance. Winners do not wait to have everything they desire before feeling grateful. They recognize the blessings already present and offer thanks with an open heart. Gratitude is the soil in which the seeds of success grow. It lifts your consciousness above limitation and tunes your spirit to the higher frequencies of achievement. A winner also trusts intuition. There is an inner voice that knows the right path even when the mind is confused. By listening to that inner guidance and following its direction, you move through life with grace and precision. Hesitation and second-guessing are the enemies of progress. A winner acts decisively when the heart signals yes. Remember, life does not pit you against others. Your only contest is with limitation itself, and the only victory worth having is the victory over doubt, procrastination, and fear. When you hold a clear vision of what you wish to achieve and maintain a mindset of faith, courage, and gratitude, circumstances bend to your purpose. Doors open where once there were walls, and the path becomes illuminated before your feet. Finally, recognize that joy is the evidence of alignment. When you move in harmony with your highest self, when your thoughts, words, and actions are consistent with the good you desire, there is a sense of ease and flow. Winners do not strive with struggle or clutch at control. They move with the rhythm of life and trust that the unseen is working on their behalf. Victory is not a matter of luck or circumstance. It is the natural outcome of the thoughts you think, the words you speak, and the faith you hold. The mindset of a winner is a mindset of abundance, courage, gratitude, and alignment with the divine intelligence that permeates all things. Embrace this truth, and you will find that the world itself conspires to bring your dreams to fruition. The foundation of a winner's mindset is the understanding that every thought and every word spoken is a creative force shaping the world around you. Too many people walk through life unaware that their inner dialogue is constantly building the reality they experience. Every fear, every doubt, every self-limiting belief that passes through the mind is a seed planted in the fertile soil of life. To think of yourself as incapable, unworthy, or defeated is to nourish a harvest of struggle, disappointment, and stagnation. But to choose thoughts of possibility, confidence, and abundance is to set in motion a current that carries you towards success and fulfillment. The mind is not merely a tool for processing information, it is the builder of destiny. The words you speak, whether aloud or in the quiet chambers of your heart, are the architects of your future. Each affirmation of limitation, each murmured complaint, acts as mortar in the walls that separate you from your highest good. Conversely, every declaration of faith, every affirmation of capability, lays the foundation for doors to open and opportunities to manifest. A winner understands that the outer world is a reflection of the inner world. Circumstances do not have ultimate power, they only echo the prevailing thoughts and beliefs held within. If you desire a life of victory, prosperity, and joy, you must begin by mastering the language of your mind. This mastery is not achieved through force or struggle, but through conscious awareness and deliberate choice. Begin by observing the habitual patterns of thought that arise in response to daily life. Notice when fear whispers its doubts, when envy or resentment colors perception, when impatience or worry dictates reaction. Awareness is the first step toward transformation, for no seed can be uprooted until it is recognized. Once identified, these thoughts must be replaced with affirmations of power, abundance, and divine guidance. Speak to yourself as a champion speaks to a fellow champion. Encourage, uplift, and fortify your spirit with words that inspire action and confidence. Consider the simple power of saying, "I am capable. I am guided. I am worthy of success." Repetition of these statements, infused with belief, gradually rewires the mind, replacing limitation with empowerment. Beyond the spoken word, visualization strengthens this creative force. A winner does not merely hope for success, they see themselves achieving it in vivid detail. They imagine the sensations of accomplishment, the feelings of satisfaction, the joy of contribution, and the impact of their work upon the world. This mental rehearsal aligns energy and intention with outcome, preparing the mind and the spirit to recognize and seize opportunities when they appear. The power of thought and word is magnified when combined with consistent action. Mere thinking or speaking without movement is like planting a seed without water or sunlight. Action demonstrates faith in the process and signals readiness to receive the manifestation of intention. A winner takes steps, no matter how small, toward the desired goal, trusting that each action, aligned with positive thought, draws them closer to fulfillment. Yet, it is not only individual intention that shapes reality. The spoken word directed toward others is equally potent. Words carry energy that affects relationships, circumstances, and the collective environment. Encouraging words inspire progress, open minds, and invite collaboration. Words of criticism, complaint, or judgment erect barriers and attract resistance. A winner chooses speech that heals, uplifts, and magnifies possibility. In every encounter, the conscious mind can affirm truth, goodness, and constructive influence. Silence, too, is a tool. Choosing not to engage with negativity or destructive conversation protects the energy of the mind and preserves alignment with purpose. In the stillness, a winner reconnects with inner guidance and strengthens the current of faith. Belief in unseen forces is also central to this mindset. A winner recognizes that the universe responds not only to effort and thought, but to the underlying faith that animates them. Faith is the conviction that the unseen is working in alignment with your highest good, that the right opportunities, people, and circumstances will appear when the mind and heart are in harmony with divine intelligence. Fear, doubt, and impatience interrupt this flow, while steadfast trust nourishes it. The habitual repetition of positive thought, the careful cultivation of empowering speech, and the steady practice of faith create a vibrational frequency that attracts circumstances in harmony with these qualities. Life becomes a mirror, reflecting the inner state, and the external world bends toward the inner vision of possibility. Even in moments of challenge or apparent setback, the mind that holds a winner's consciousness interprets these events not as defeat, but as instruction, redirection, or preparation. Each difficulty contains a lesson, a key, or an opening for growth. By maintaining a positive inner dialogue, a winner transforms obstacles into stepping stones, resistance into fuel for action, and delay into refinement of strategy and character. Moreover, this mindset is contagious. The words and thoughts of a winner influence others and create an environment of support, inspiration, and possibility. In leadership, creativity, and relationships, the energy radiated by conscious speech and thought opens doors and attracts collaboration. A community aligned in positive thinking and constructive speech multiplies the power of individual intention. Gratitude intertwines with this practice. A winner does not wait until all desires are fulfilled to express appreciation. They recognize and give thanks for the blessings already present. Gratitude amplifies positive thought, reinforces faith, and strengthens the current of creative energy flowing from mind to manifestation. By beginning each day with words of affirmation, visualization of desired outcomes, and expressions of gratitude, the winner sets the tone for life's unfolding in a deliberate, empowered manner. The process is ongoing, requiring attention, patience, and consistency. It is not enough to think positively in moments of ease. The true test occurs in the face of adversity, doubt, and challenge. Maintaining constructive thought, speaking words of faith, and holding an unwavering vision during difficult times ensures that the creative power of the mind continues to shape reality according to purpose rather than circumstance. A winner also understands the importance of mental environment. Surrounding oneself with influences that reinforce positive thinking and limit exposure to destructive speech, pessimism, or negativity preserves the integrity of the inner dialogue. Books, conversations, media, and associations are chosen with care, creating a supportive field for the mind to operate at its highest capacity. The combination of deliberate thought, spoken affirmation, visualization, action, faith, and gratitude forms an unbreakable chain that directs life towards success. Each link in the chain strengthens the next, creating momentum that cannot be stopped by fleeting fear or temporary doubt. In practice, this means beginning each day with intention, speaking words that affirm victory, seeing success vividly, acting with purpose, trusting unseen guidance, and giving thanks for every small manifestation along the way. Over time, these repeated habits form a mental structure so strong that it withstands opposition, attracts opportunity, and transforms challenges into advantage. The winner's mind recognizes that there is no need to struggle against life itself, for life, when guided by conscious thought and word, becomes an ally. By maintaining clarity of thought, precision in speech, and alignment with faith, the mind orchestrates circumstances to support desire, ensuring that each step taken resonates with the ultimate purpose of fulfillment, contribution, and joy. Faith, courage, and gratitude are the cornerstones of a mindset that naturally attracts victory, prosperity, and fulfillment. A person who cultivates these qualities does not rely upon luck, chance, or the unpredictable whims of circumstance. They draw strength from the invisible currents that guide life and align themselves with the forces of abundance and success. Faith is not blind hope, nor is it passive expectation. It is the unwavering confidence that the unseen supports your highest good. Faith acts as a bridge between desire and manifestation, connecting the vision you hold in your heart with the reality you wish to experience. It allows the mind to release doubt, the heart to release fear, and the soul to move forward with certainty that every step, every choice, and every effort is observed and supported by higher intelligence. A winner does not question whether they are capable or whether opportunities exist. They act in the assurance that what they seek is already being arranged and that all necessary elements will appear at the right moment. Courage is the visible expression of faith. It is easy to believe when circumstances are favorable, but true courage emerges when the world seems to resist your vision. The courageous individual recognizes fear as an inevitable companion in the pursuit of growth and chooses to act despite its presence. Courage is the alchemy that transforms hesitation into movement, indecision into clarity, and anxiety into determination. It is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it, the ability to use its energy as fuel rather than allow it to paralyze. Every act of courage reinforces faith, creating a cycle in which belief and action feed one another. Gratitude, though often overlooked, is the fertile soil in which faith and courage flourish. Gratitude is not merely a polite acknowledgement of what is present. It is the conscious recognition of abundance, the affirmation that life is generous, and the heart's declaration that all is well. When you cultivate gratitude, you shift your consciousness from lack to plenty, from limitation to possibility, and from resistance to receptivity. Gratitude amplifies faith by reinforcing the belief that good is constantly flowing into your life, and it strengthens courage by reminding the mind and spirit that challenges are temporary and part of a greater plan. A mindset anchored in faith, courage, and gratitude transforms ordinary experiences into opportunities for growth, learning, and manifestation. Challenges are no longer obstacles to be feared, but messages to be interpreted, stepping stones to be navigated, and catalysts for refinement. When circumstances appear to oppose your goals, a person guided by these principles seeks the hidden lesson, the correction, or the new pathway that will lead to fulfillment. Every delay, disappointment, or misalignment is viewed not as a final verdict, but as part of the process, a necessary adjustment that ensures the ultimate outcome is perfect in its timing and expression. The interplay between faith, courage, and gratitude also influences the way a winner interacts with others and with the world at large. Faith allows for trust in the goodness and potential of people and situations, eliminating the need for manipulation or control. Courage permits honest and decisive action, even in the face of criticism, doubt, or opposition. Gratitude fosters harmonious relationships, attracts cooperation, and generates a magnetic energy that draws opportunities toward you. In combination, these qualities create a life in which victory becomes natural, effortless, and inevitable. Daily practice is essential to the integration of these forces. Faith is nurtured through meditation, reflection, and the conscious affirmation that unseen guidance is always present. Courage is strengthened by consistently choosing action over hesitation, especially when fear is present. Gratitude is cultivated by regularly acknowledging and appreciating both the visible and invisible blessings in life, from the simplest comforts to the most profound achievements. By weaving these practices into the fabric of daily living, the mind, heart, and spirit align with the currents of success, and challenges that once seemed insurmountable become manageable, meaningful, and transformative. Faith, courage, and gratitude are not abstract ideals. They are practical tools that produce tangible results. In the world of commerce, creativity, leadership, or personal growth, these qualities differentiate those who succeed from those who struggle indefinitely. Faith gives the entrepreneur the resilience to persevere when profits are slow, the artist the confidence to continue when recognition is delayed, and the leader the clarity to make bold decisions when the path is uncertain. Courage allows all to act decisively, take calculated risks, and move beyond the comfort zone that limits expansion. Gratitude ensures that success is celebrated, lessons are appreciated, and energy is continuously renewed for further growth. A person anchored in these principles does not waste energy on fear, resentment, or doubt. They understand that life is a mirror reflecting their inner state, and by maintaining alignment with faith, courage, and gratitude, they invite circumstances, people, and opportunities that reflect these qualities back to them. Even in moments of difficulty or loss, the mindset of a winner interprets events through the lens of these forces. Faith reassures the spirit that setbacks are temporary, courage prompts immediate and constructive action, and gratitude recognizes hidden blessings and potential. In this way, adversity becomes an instrument for growth, a teacher, and a source of refinement rather than a source of despair. Furthermore, this mindset cultivates resilience. The combination of trust in the unseen, bravery in the face of uncertainty, and appreciation for all experiences creates an inner strength that is impervious to the fluctuations of external circumstance. The individual is not shaken by temporary reversals because they understand that the essence of success lies not in the fleeting appearance of outcomes, but in the consistent application of these guiding principles. The energy generated by faith, courage, and gratitude is also a creative force. It shapes relationships, attracts resources, and aligns events in harmony with intention. It magnetizes the universe, drawing people, situations, and opportunities that support and accelerate the fulfillment of goals. When consistently practiced, these qualities establish a field of vibration that others can sense and respond to, enhancing influence, cooperation, and the likelihood of success. Another important aspect is the interplay between internal belief and external expression. Faith without action is dormant. Courage without alignment can be reckless. Gratitude without acknowledgement can become superficial. A winner integrates all three, ensuring that inner conviction is expressed outwardly through thoughtful choices, decisive action, and the consistent appreciation of all that life offers. The seamless integration of faith, courage, and gratitude cultivates clarity of purpose. A mind imbued with faith knows where it is going. A heart fortified by courage is willing to move in that direction. A spirit grounded in gratitude recognizes the blessings and guidance present along the way. Together, these forces eliminate confusion, hesitation, and doubt, replacing them with focus, momentum, and joy. This alignment also fosters the power to overcome fear-based limitations. Fear is the enemy of action and the thief of opportunity. When faith anchors the mind, courage strengthens resolve, and gratitude amplifies positivity, fear loses its grip and becomes a minor consideration rather than a controlling force. A winner learns to act decisively despite fear, knowing that the greater intelligence within and around them is orchestrating circumstances in favor of their highest good. Daily application of these principles is essential. Each morning can begin with an affirmation of faith, a moment of reflection on courage, and an expression of gratitude. Challenges throughout the day are met with a conscious decision to maintain alignment with these qualities. In interactions with others, words and actions reflect the strength of these guiding forces. Opportunities are recognized and seized, setbacks are interpreted as lessons, and achievements are acknowledged with thankfulness. Over time, this practice shapes character, reinforces confidence, and magnetizes success. The consistent embodiment of faith, courage, and gratitude produces a natural authority and presence that attracts favorable circumstances, loyal allies, and abundant resources. The individual becomes a living demonstration of the principle that inner alignment precedes outer manifestation, and that the cultivation of these qualities is the surest path to enduring success, fulfillment, and personal victory. Alignment with divine intelligence is the subtle yet powerful current that distinguishes a winner from one who struggles endlessly. It is the recognition that there is an infinite, intelligent force operating behind the scenes of life, orchestrating circumstances, guiding choices, and opening doors that the mind alone cannot foresee. To live in alignment with this intelligence is to step into a flow where resistance diminishes, opportunities multiply, and success unfolds with effortless grace. The first step in this alignment is awareness. Awareness that life is not random, that there is an underlying order, and that every event, person, and circumstance carries a purpose. A winner does not see obstacles as meaningless. They see them as signals, lessons, and adjustments from a higher source. Each challenge contains within it the information needed to redirect, refine, or elevate one's approach. By listening deeply and observing carefully, one can discern the guidance present in everyday experiences. This requires quieting the noise of doubt, impatience, and fear, and cultivating an inner stillness where intuition, inspiration, and insight can be heard. Divine intelligence communicates subtly, often through a feeling, an idea, a nudge, or a sudden clarity that points the way. A winner trusts these messages, acting upon them even when they appear contrary to conventional logic or immediate comfort. The alignment is not passive, it requires conscious cooperation. Thoughts, words, and actions must be brought into harmony with the higher guidance being received. Mismatched intentions, negative speech, or contradictory behaviors create friction and slow the manifestation of goals. Conversely, when inner convictions, spoken affirmations, and deliberate actions are consistent with this intelligence, life begins to move in ways that appear miraculous, but are, in truth, the natural result of alignment. Another essential component of this process is letting go of the illusion of control. Many who strive for success cling to methods, plans, or rigid expectations, believing that persistence alone will yield results. While diligence is important, the true winner understands that forcing outcomes against the natural flow of divine intelligence often leads to frustration, delay, or misalignment. By trusting the unseen orchestration and remaining flexible, one can act decisively while still allowing the larger forces of life to arrange circumstances in their favor. Faith, again, plays a critical role. Faith is the acknowledgement that, even when outcomes are not immediately visible, everything is working for your highest good. It is the confidence that each person, opportunity, and event encountered is part of a greater design. This faith allows a winner to move forward with confidence, knowing that alignment with divine intelligence brings timing, resources, and solutions beyond what the mind alone can engineer. Gratitude amplifies this connection. When one appreciates the guidance, lessons, and provisions that life continuously offers, it signals receptivity and reinforces alignment. Gratitude transforms ordinary experiences into confirmations of divine support, and it cultivates a mindset attuned to noticing further signs, opportunities, and solutions. A winner's day is therefore shaped by conscious attention to alignment. Checking that thoughts are constructive and expansive, speech is positive and affirming, actions are deliberate and purposeful, and reactions to circumstance are tempered by trust and understanding. Decisions are not made impulsively, but are guided by insight, intuition, and a sense of what feels right in the moment. The inner compass is consulted before the outer world is navigated, and the external environment begins to reflect the clarity, focus, and harmony cultivated within. This alignment also transforms relationships and interactions. A person in harmony with divine intelligence naturally attracts others who resonate with similar energy, intentions, and values. Opportunities for collaboration, support, mentorship, and partnership appear more readily, and interactions become more constructive, meaningful, and mutually beneficial. Challenges within relationships are viewed as signals for adjustment, forgiveness, or growth, rather than as obstacles to be fought. Moreover, alignment fosters resilience and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and even the most carefully laid plans encounter unforeseen circumstances. A winner, attuned to higher guidance, responds to change with flexibility, seeing disruptions not as setbacks but as recalibrations designed to bring greater efficiency, wisdom, or advantage. Fear of the unknown diminishes because trust in the invisible order overrides anxiety, and confidence in the unfolding process allows bold, decisive action without hesitation. Another aspect of alignment is clarity of purpose. Divine intelligence operates in harmony with intention, meaning that clarity of vision enhances the effectiveness of action. A winner takes time to articulate what they truly desire, to identify the values guiding them, and to focus on outcomes that reflect their highest good. This clarity allows decisions and efforts to be concentrated on what truly matters, avoiding distraction, waste of energy, or compromise that could dilute results. By maintaining alignment, one also experiences a sense of flow and ease. Tasks that once seemed difficult become manageable, solutions present themselves naturally, and synchronicities occur with increasing frequency. Success is not forced, but drawn, and accomplishments arrive in a sequence that feels both natural and rewarding. Spiritual insight reinforces this perspective. Alignment with divine intelligence is not only practical but also spiritual, connecting the individual with a sense of purpose larger than personal gain. A winner recognizes that true achievement includes contribution, service, and the expression of innate talents and gifts for the benefit of others. This awareness shifts motivation from selfish ambition to purposeful creation, further amplifying the flow of opportunity and the magnitude of success experienced. The practice of affirmations, meditation, contemplation, and reflection strengthens alignment. By regularly centering the mind, renewing focus on desired outcomes, and acknowledging guidance, a winner maintains a connection to the invisible currents that guide manifestation. Over time, this practice becomes habitual, and the individual naturally gravitates toward actions, ideas, and relationships that support their highest good without the need for struggle, force, or constant vigilance. In addition, patience is an essential companion to alignment. Divine intelligence unfolds in perfect timing, often beyond human perception or expectation. A winner understands that waiting is not stagnation, but part of the process, a period of preparation during which inner resources are developed, circumstances are readied, and opportunities ripen. Impatience or forced acceleration can disrupt this rhythm, whereas trust, attentiveness, and steady action maintain harmony and enhance eventual results. By embracing this mindset, one sees life itself as cooperative, responsive, and abundant. Alignment with higher intelligence turns apparent coincidences into confirmations, setbacks into guidance, and effort into manifestation. Each choice, each thought, each word is weighed for its consistency with the flow of guidance, creating a coherent pattern of living that naturally attracts success, joy, and fulfillment. The energy generated by this alignment is also self-reinforcing. The more one moves in harmony with divine intelligence, the more clarity, opportunities, and resources are available, reinforcing confidence and strengthening the ability to recognize and act upon future guidance. This cycle continues, producing increasing ease, efficiency, and effectiveness in every endeavor undertaken. A winner is therefore not merely someone who achieves goals or accumulates material success, but someone whose life reflects the harmony between intention, action, and higher intelligence. Through conscious alignment, challenges are transformed into lessons, obstacles into opportunities, and potential into tangible results. The process requires awareness, trust, patience, clarity, and consistent application. But when practiced faithfully, it cultivates a life of effortless flow, sustained achievement, and meaningful contribution.